Many students feel the heart diagram is very complicated. Too many parts, too many labels, and it becomes confusing to remember. But honestly, it's not that difficult. We just need the right approach. So today, we will make it very simple. We will draw the heart step by step, one part at a time with proper labeling. And along with that, I will explain just one important function for each labeled part. Because for exams, many students try to read a lot of theory and still feel confused. Instead, if you focus on one main function per label, you can cover almost the entire diagram easily and confidently. By the end of this video, you will not only draw the heart neatly, you will actually understand it and remember it without stress. So for the heart, there are three different openings. So there are three. One is bronchocephalic trunk, left common carotid artery, left subclavian artery. So this arch part, we will be calling it as the arch of aorta. Similarly, there is one small connection. This one, we will be calling it as ligamentum arteriosum. And coming to this blue colored portion, so this part is called as left pulmonary artery. And here this space is called as pulmonary trunk. Now let me just draw the outline. Now I have drawn the outline of the heart. Now let's try to see what are the structures present inside it. So here this outermost veins, red colored one, we will be calling it as the left pulmonary veins. And this portion we will be calling it as the left atrium. Here only we can also see one structure at this position which will be looking like this. So this violet colored portion we will be calling it as the aortic valve, and here at this position there will be presence of one more valve. So this pink colored structure is called as bicuspid valve. And this bicuspid valve can also be known as mitral valve. So these pink colored openings are called as bicuspid valve. At the below positions, we will be having some small muscles which will be looking like this. So these are called as the papillary muscles. And this papillary muscles will be again having some connections which are called as, these orange colored ones are called as chordae tendinae. Chordae tendinae. So this position, this lower part is called as the left ventricle. Space between the right and left ventricle. So this space we will be calling it as interventricular septum. So interventricular septum, it is simply the separation between the two ventricles. And in between these muscles there is some space present. Now that space is called as the trabeculae carnea. Now come back to the next side. So here if you can consider, so this position is called as the ascending aorta. We can also see some structures like this. So here if you can see, this blue colored ones are called as the right pulmonary artery. The red colored one is called the right pulmonary vein. So this yellow colored valve is called as pulmonary valve, or you can call it as a small opening. So this opening is called as the opening of superior vena cava. Opening of superior vena cava. And here only there is one more position which is called as fossa ovalis. So this complete structure is called as the right atrium. There will be one more valve here. Here, this valve is called as the tricuspid valve. There is the presence of tricuspid valve in the right atrium, bicuspid valve in the left atrium. And here only there will be one more opening, which is the opening of coronary sinus. Just like left atrium, this will be also having some muscles which are further having some connections. So this part is called as the right ventricle. This is called as inferior vena cava. This is called as descending aorta. So this is the complete structure of the heart along with its labeling. Now let's try to see the main functions of each labeling. Now first let's try to see the functions of the labeling that is present on the right side. So here there are 13 most important labeling which we have seen in the diagram. The first one is ascending aorta. So this ascending aorta, its main function is to carry the oxygenated blood from left ventricle to the body. And superior vena cava. Superior vena cava will be mainly returning the deoxygenated blood from the upper body to the right atrium. Coming to the third one, which is right pulmonary artery, it will be transporting the deoxygenated blood to right lung. Pulmonary valve prevent the backflow from pulmonary artery to right ventricle. Then next one is right pulmonary vein. This will be bringing the oxygenated blood from the right lung to the left atrium. Then next one is the opening of superior vena cava. This is an entry point of venous blood into the right atrium. Then next one is fossa ovalis. So this is a remnant of fetal foramen ovule. And next one is right atrium, which will be receiving the deoxygenated blood from the body. Then next one is opening of the coronary sinus, which will be useful for draining out the venous blood from heart muscle into the right atrium. It will drain the venous blood from the heart muscle into the right atrium. Next one is the opening of the inferior vena cava. So this will be allowing the lower body blood to enter into the right atrium. Then next one is the tricuspid valve, which will be preventing the backflow from the right ventricle to the right atrium. Next one is right ventricle, which will be helpful for pumping the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Then the last one is inferior vena cava. This will be returns the deoxygenated blood from the lower body. So the next one is aortic arch branches and the pulmonary vessels. So here first one is left common carotid artery. This will be supplying the oxygenated blood to head and neck. Second one is the left subclavian artery. This will be supplying the blood to the left upper limb. Then third one is bronchocephalic trunk. This supplies the blood to right arm, head and the neck region. Then next one is arch of aorta, which will be distributing the oxygenated blood to the major arteries. Then next one is ligamentum arteriosum. This is a remnant of fetal ductus arteriosus. Then we have left pulmonary artery, which will be carrying the deoxygenated blood to the left lung. Then we have pulmonary trunk, which will be carrying the blood from the right ventricle to the pulmonary arteries. Then left pulmonary veins will be returning the oxygenated blood from the left lung. So coming back to the left heart structures. So first one is the left atrium. This will be receiving the oxygenated blood from the lungs. Next one is aortic valve that will be preventing the backflow from the aorta to the left ventricle. Then we have the mitral valve or bicuspid valve. This will be preventing the backflow into the left atrium. Then we have chordae tendineae, which will be mainly used for anchoring the AV valves, thereby prevent the valve prolapse. Then we have left ventricle, which will be useful for pumping the oxygenated blood to the entire body. Then we have intraventricular septum. So this is an area that separates the right ventricle and left ventricle. Then we have papillary muscle, which will be tightening the chordae tendineae during the contraction process. Then we have trabeculae carneae, the muscular ridges, aiding the ventricular contraction. So that's how simple the heart diagram can be when we break it down step by step. See, no heavy theory, no confusion, just clear labeling and one key function for each part. This approach really helps in exam and for quick revision. If this made the heart easy for you, imagine how many other tough topics can become simple with the same method. In the next video, I will simplify another important topic just like this. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. Keep learning smart, not hard, and remember complex topics become easy when explained in right way. See you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.